Round three. Here we go. Right, guys, we're having a mare today. So we're just going to get straight into it because technology is just annoying. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rated Podcast. This is the podcast where we speak about things music, entertainment, pop culture, and we're going to bring you a new segment today called Things We've Watched, giving you a review of just shows that we've watched randomly. And today we're going to do X-Men, the rebooted version of X-Men 97, which came out on Disney Plus like a couple of weeks ago. It is a reboot of the original X-Men on 1997. That's why it's called 97. And X-Men is one of the shows that we actually, I would say we actually bonded over from when we were young, because we both loved X-Men. And I've watched the original X-Men 97 like all the way through, like so many times. So I was interested to see how the reboot would be. I didn't even know that a reboot was actually happening until a couple of weeks ago. So I don't even know why I didn't know that. But yeah, it's interesting to how they've done it, because I thought maybe it would be like just a rebooted version, as in they're doing it again. But it's actually a continuation of the first one, which is interesting. It's quite a good way to do it, I think. What are your first thoughts on the first episode anyway?
I thought it was a good reintroduction to X-Men. So like similar, like when you said we loved X-Men in school, we watched the different iterations like X-Men and stuff. And yeah, I just thought it was it's good and different. And it jumped into it, because usually reboots, like you said, kind of like start again from where they're going to start from. But this is literally just like a pause, a resume from the last episode in the season in the 90s, where Xavier was on his way to space with Leandra from the Sierra Empire or whatever, but then they were passing off that he's dead, whatever. But he basically did fall ill because he was attacked or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, it's weird that they continued, I would say, like you said. But episode one, I thought it was cool. I thought it was nice to see like
By the way, sorry, I'm just gonna preface and say there's gonna be spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, then yes, it's gonna be spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Anyway,
yeah.
Continue.
So I think I was thinking about the characters, and I was thinking they've included more characters. So we've got Bishop, who was a time traveler in the 90s seasons, and then we've got Morph back. So I think at the end of the last episode of the 90s series, Morph did come back when the Professor was dying / going into stage treatment. It's nice to have him back in full capacity, because he was kind of like, in the first episodes of the 90s series, he was a main character, then he got attacked, then he got corrupted by Mr. Sinister, then he was, you know what I mean, lots of back and forth with him. So it was nice to have him included. And obviously you had the rest of the cast, so Cyclops, Jean, Wolverine, Gambit, Beast, Rogue, who I missed?
Jubilee? Is Jubilee in there?
Yeah, Jubilee.
Yeah, Jubilee.
Of course, I forget. Yeah. So it was nice. Episode one like reminded me of like the first episode of the 90s one as well, like when they were basically rescuing Jubilee from the mall, from Sentinels. It was kind of similar. I kind of feel like they did it on purpose. You know, some of the lines are similar.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And yeah, we get like a new young person in this episode. So we get Roberto da Costa, aka Sunspot, who is one of the young New Mutants. Sorry, looks like he's going to be folded into the team of X-Men. And it was nice because Jubilee will have somebody young-ish to kind of bounce off of. So yeah, I thought that first episode was good. I thought it was a good reintroduction. I thought it was a good piece of action I could see. And yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good as well. And it's nice to, it's just nice to get a new series of X-Men, because it's been even the like the actual films, like the actual action films, there hasn't been one for ages. And I know they're joining the Marvel universe now, which will be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, it's just nice to get new X-Men content. I want to talk about the animation, because what did you think of it? Because some people don't really like it, because it's like a mixture of, I would say it's like a mixture of 3D, 2D.
Yeah,
I would say. And yeah, I like the animation. I think it's quite cool. I like because it still looks quite gritty. And when you watch the 90s version, it has that like 90s like filter kind of thing. But I feel like they've kind of kept that charm a little bit. Do you know when, I think we said it before, but you know when there's like new cartoons and it's like it looks a bit too bright, you know?
Too shiny,
It's
yeah,
too
too
shiny.
bright and glossy. It's
It's
just
just
like,
glossy. It's just like I didn't want that. I don't want a glossy X-Men. I like
yeah.
it when it's like gritty. So I actually like the animation. But yeah, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I've got the same as well, to be honest. I felt like it was, they didn't stray too far from the original. I thought it was cool. Some points I was looking at them talking and I was thinking, this looks 2D. But, I think it's probably expensive to animate certain things. So probably maybe, I don't know if it's cheaper to do it this way than they've been doing it because it's reminiscent of the 90s. So yeah, because I've heard they've been doing it for like more seasons already. So I think that's cool. But yeah, I like it. I think it's giving me like a new age with 90s version. So it's sort of similar. Like, it feels like you could, so it's tied into the 90s version.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a revamp in a sort of not a very subtle way. It's not too in your face and sounding with all these new
Yeah.
animations and stuff. So yeah, I liked it.
The one thing I find weird, and maybe it's because I'm just comparing it, but some of the voice acting is a bit weird to me. Like it just sounds. Some of the characters just sound like, I don't know. It just sounds weird. But I think I'm comparing it to the first one, because I'm like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't sound. It's like it's not the Wolverine that I know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's his voice though,
I know, but it sounds so different though.
It sounds a bit different, yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird because they got the same guy to do Wolverine and the same woman to do Storm.
Mhm.
But I do think he sounds different. The guy who
He
got to do
does.
Cyclops is different because the guy who played Cyclops, I believe, committed suicide. I mean, R.I.P., rest in peace. During like COVID times, I believe. So yeah. But he's quite similar to the original Cyclops. So it's weird because he does a good job of
Yeah.
keeping it to what he sounded like. But yeah, it's weird because I was thinking to myself, Wolverine sounds like Wolverine, but doesn't sound like Wolverine.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't
So
it?
I checked and I was like, wait, it's the same person, but he just sounds a bit different. But this is he's older now. So
Yeah.
maybe his voice has changed. Storm sounds the same though.
Yeah, she sounds the same. Yeah.
Exactly the same. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. And it's actually kind of cool. It's cool that they bring back the original people because they could have just got
Yeah,
new people, which is kind of cool.
exactly. So that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm going to spoil it again now. So I think the first and second episode were good. The third episode to me was a bit boring. I even fell asleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did too as well. So
good.
it's funny how we both went for asleep. Yeah.
I was shocked about the whole storyline about Magneto being good, essentially.
Yeah, it's weird. So, like, I guess again, spoiler guys. So, if you haven't watched, episode one was basically like Roberto was introduced to the group. I guess he's going to become an X-Man. They had to save him because he was kidnapped by the Friends of Humanity, and there's some seminal stuff going on. Quick run. Then towards the end of the episode, there's they get like an alert still doing any sports or whatever. They all run to the office where the alert was coming from, and Magneto is there. And basically, Charles Xavier left his will. In his will, he left the X-Men and everything to Magneto. And so, in his dying wish, it's for Magneto to kind of like lead the X-Men. So now Magneto, by this episode 2, Magneto is now basically in charge. He's been left in charge by Professor Xavier. Which is kind of crazy because if you think about it, they spent so much time like disagreeing and having different ideologies. And Magneto was a sort of, I'd say vigilante. He was a baddie. I don't think he had that intention. He just wanted like to have peace for mutants. Once he saw Asteroid M thing. But yeah, I think he just wanted the people, like the humans and the mutants, to just leave the mutants alone. He wanted like a separate society. I think because he didn't. I think he didn't think that people and humans, mutants and humans, could live together. So yeah, episode 1 good. Episode 2 was the best episode, I think. But again, spoiler: the end when Storm lost her powers because he jumped in front of the executioner's Ray. I was so pissed because I was just like, you know what annoyed me? They were all fighting, yeah. Then Jean is in labor. So Jean's pregnant, guys, in this series. That's another twist. Jean is pregnant. And she's there telepathically contacting Cyclops and saying he needs to come and help her. Wolverine taken to the hospital. I'm just thinking to myself, baby girl, your man is in the middle of war.
I don't know what's he supposed to do.
You're telling him to come to the hospital because you're giving birth. I beg. Wolverine was there. Like, so then Rogue has to come and now fly Cyclops to the hospital. Which is a huge inconvenience because then you're left with, I believe you're left with, Wolverine is already not there, he's with Jean. So that's Wolverine and Jean out of commission. Now you have summoned your Osband and Rogue. Rogue is a heavy hitter. So now you left Magneto with Beast, Storm, Cable, and I don't think Gambit was Gambit there? He was there, I
Yeah,
think.
he was. Yeah,
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, Gambit was there. So there's already like less, like firepower, less men there. So I'm just there thinking, what the hell? Then now the executioner guy, they've somehow developed a ray that can basically remove mutant powers, but he only had one shot. So he was trying to aim for Magneto, in the sort of
because
parliamentary building, yeah. But Storm, being Captain Saberho, decided to jump in the way, the way of the ray.
I don't
And
know what that's going to mean. Is it good? I feel like I hope she does get the powers back
I think, yeah, I
because
think she should. She has to.
because
Come on.
she's like one of my favorite. If she goes throughout the series with no powers, it's going to be a bit like meh.
What are we doing? Like,
Well, what are we
why?
doing exactly? Yeah, but this reboot actually just made me realize how much I used to hate Jean, and I still do. Because she's so
No.
freaking annoying. Like she's just everything she does. It's like she's so whiny, and like,
Whiny as well.
and then even like when she was like basically. She was basically trying to force Cyclops to quit the X-Men just because she's pregnant and they want to bring up the baby. I'm like, Cyclops is literally like the leader of he was the leader of the X-Men. Well, I thought he thought that he would be next in line. Obviously, Magneto is now. He's pissed off about that, but he's always been like the leader. Leader, yeah. So yeah, and she's trying to make him like quit his job essentially. I'm just like, just shut up. And she always like she always needs saving. She's always
It's fainting.
and then she's always just whining to Cyclops to do something.
Literally.
And I feel like she always just because she knows that Wolverine like is like in love with her or whatever.
She
Or,
used
like,
her advantage all the
she
time.
uses it to her advantage all the time. So he's always running to go and save her. I'm just like, just leave her alone.
She don't want you, bro. Let her
Gosh.
go. She's married elsewhere, and now she's even having baby for this man. So just relax. Yeah.
I don't know if I like the whole pregnant storyline, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
Wait, are you up to episode 3 now, though? Wait, do you remember what happened?
No. Oh, I fell asleep in episode 3.
Oh.
Oh, you can spoil it. It's fine.
I don't want to spoil it for you. I feel like you should,
Right.
like.
I'll rewatch it. I'll rewatch it.
Yeah.
Because I
It
really
was all
do
the
feel
first thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember any of the third episode.
Oh, fair enough. That's fine. We can talk about 1 and 2, and then we can like
Okay,
3 and
I'll go
4
watch
watch together. Yeah, and then let's do like that. Let's do 2 episodes apiece. Because we're gonna be 10 episodes anyway. So we can do 1 and 2,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then 3 and 4. Yeah, but yeah. Sorry, back to episode 2. Yeah, Jean is very whiny and just very annoying. But yeah, like you said, she's very manipulative as well. I'd say it. He knows that Wolverine loves her, so he'll do anything for her.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because you know someone is in love with somebody else, but you still have some love for them. You put aside the differences with their partner to kind of do whatever they need for you. So yeah, it's quite interesting. He will forgo whatever to do whatever for Jean. Like the fact that he was the one that took her to the hospital and he's the one that stayed with her was kind of
Oh, I know.
you'd think you'd want your husband to be with you when your husband's leaving. Because at that point, then he could have just, if he was only with her, like, logistically speaking in my head, I was just thinking, if he just stayed with you, like, then you could have just gone to hospital with him, and Wolverine would have been in the fight.
Yeah.
Wolverine would have had to go. And it might have had a different turnout as well, just because. So, yeah, logistically speaking, it might make sense because you tell Wolverine to stay with you. Then you go into labor, then Wolverine goes with you to the hospital. Then you have to pull out Scott and Rogue. That's just like 4 people. Whereas if you just, logistically speaking, I don't know if it's what episode. If they just went those 2, then she's going to labor. They wouldn't have any problems. And Rogue can stay with them. Like, it made sense.
Yeah, it's just like it's like Rogue was dragged into it. She didn't need to be dragged into it.
Yeah, because that's 4 X-Men now that have to leave their post, or like 4 X-Men that are not around now, whereas it could have just been 2. So it's just like, I guess they were setting it up for stuff to happen later on.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. But what do you think about the characters? Like, do you feel like they should add anybody else? I might be like Bobby, like Iceman.
I love Bob. Yeah, he was my favorite. Yeah.
That's why I was also going to say, like, maybe I liked him in X-Men Evolution because
that's why I liked him. It's definitely from Evolution.
Yeah, because they showed him more there. Like in the other iterations, he didn't really get that much.
I was gonna say I feel like he's always like the forgotten X-Men for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't really get a light shone in him, and now it would be nice for him to come into this actually and just actually have a proper storyline.
Yeah,
but I doubt
so too.
Um,
Because in the cartoons, they even made reference. I don't know if it was in this episode 1 or 2 or in the third one, but there's a picture of like Professor Xavier. Or I think it was in episode 1 or 2 on the original X-Men. So it's like Jean, it's Beast, it's Angel, Cyclops, and it's Iceman.
mhm.
Um, Iceman's technically an original X-Men, but I don't know why he gets played Dust. In the
He
original
does.
series, he was in X Factor, which was one of like a team or whatever. And then he was in a couple of episodes. When I say him and Scott seem to have heads according to what I
Yeah,
remember, you know. But in Evolution, he wasn't really a main character until Spike became like ill and had like, mutations. Then they kind of replaced him in the main team with
yeah.
Bobby. And I like that. I was like, I thought his power was so useful that it's something that you feel.
I love his powers.
Yeah,
That's my favorite. I like water like powers
yeah,
for some reason.
yeah,
Um, yeah. I would love for them because that's what I loved about Evolution is that there was so many new characters and it was nice to see not just like obviously it's nice to see the core group, but it's nice that there was like different like mutants with different powers and stuff. And I would love for them to delve in. So it would be nice if they made this kind of like a mixture of the original and Evolution because that would be kind of cool. And now they've got greenlit for like however many series. It would make sense for them to kind of add more characters because otherwise I think it might, if it's just the core group, it might just be a bit boring after a while because
yeah.
there's nowhere for it to go really, I would say. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm happy that it's back. Did you ever have a favorite one from the core group? That I think mine used to be Gambit. I used to like Gambit and Storms.
Maybe. Yeah, I like all of them to some degree, but I think if I want to play games, when I play as a character, I would probably I'd probably use Storm to be
Yeah,
fair.
Storm. Yeah.
Yeah, I would use Storm in a game. I like the elemental elements of her powers.
You
Yeah,
know what? I think Rogue is better in Evolution as well.
yeah.
I would
The only
say.
thing is she can't like fly and stuff. Like, she hasn't
Yeah.
got powers, yeah. Because I guess Evolution was like them as teenagers mainly,
Mhm.
except for like Wolverine, Beast, and Storm, which was a different take on that, which I thought was cool as a concept. Yeah, I think I like Rogue that he can fly and he's got super strength. He just feels a bit more useful.
Yeah, in Evolution she wasn't that useful to be
Yeah,
fair, but I liked her
no,
character in Evolution though.
yeah, she seemed different. It was like a goth from the south was very different. Like I've never seen a
Mm.
southern goth
Yeah,
before.
it's weird.
So yeah, is that okay? Wait, hold on. 'Cause this will determine whether you watch episode 3 or not. Did you see the stuff with Magneto or
What stuff?
Rogue?
They got together.
Okay, yeah. So that
Yeah,
wasn't related to.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So we can talk about
Which is that's oh god, I find that so weird. I don't know why.
yeah.
It gave me the
It
ick a little bit. I was like,
it was a bit. It was giving me daddy issues a little bit.
oh yeah,
It's a little bit. It's a tiny
yeah.
bit.
Because if you think about it, I know age is irrelevant in the show because it's a cartoon, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Magneto is meant to be like old, like a.
He has
I'm
children that are Rogue's age, I'm sure. I don't know how old Rogue is in the cartoon, but I am almost certain that she's not. She should be at least in her 30s. I'm sure he's about 60 or 70. Like, they're not
but
that bad.
also, what's weird is where did that come from? it
To
just
Google it, because I
it
was
just
like,
seemed
what?
it just seems random. It just seems like someone just wanted to make a love story. and
Apparently,
just
though, they had a thing it's in the comics, apparently. So they're
I don't.
actually playing by the comics, apparently. Because, as we discovered, Rogue's powers don't affect Magneto, so he can actually touch him. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, in a way, I kind of get it because I feel like
Oh, it makes sense then.
yeah, it makes sense in a sense. I don't know why. Maybe because he's got like magnetism, so somewhat personal powers. So I think Rogue wants to connect with somebody as well. Humans we all want to connect with people, so obviously it makes sense. But Gambit obviously and her have a thing like he can't touch her, which is very unfortunate. Even kissing, if they want to kiss, you have to like kiss him like that.
Which is
Son,
which is why.
yeah, which is so unfair. So obviously
Yeah,
the one person she can touch, she's gonna be touching all over, mate. Because what other options has she got? Nothing.
I'm really interested to see how they go from there.
Yeah, and they
Um,
did. So
yeah. Also, I feel like because I know he put it in his will, but I feel like, do you think he really did? Like, I
so
feel I feel like something. I don't know. I feel like Magneto kind of like did something because I don't see Xavier leaving it to Magneto.
You think so? He did it because I felt like he knew that. The thing is, their relationship was weird because it was like they were enemies, but they actually loved each other. Like when you think about it,
Yeah, that's true.
they had love for each other. They would never want harm to be done to each other at all. They just had different ideologies, so it's really uncomfortable or awkward being friends with somebody who have different viewpoints. I think they referenced Stanley, maybe someone please. I wish I met that man. Oh my god! But anyway, creator of like Marvel comics and stuff.
Yeah.
He based Professor Xavier on Martin Luther King, and I believe Magneto was based on Malcolm X. Those two people in history have very different ideologies. Like obviously, Martin Luther King was more so peace, like let's hold hands and we can do this together. Malcolm X was more so a bit more extreme in terms of like. I would say extreme when it's like a terrorist, but it was a bit more forceful with his ideologies. So like, we've got the two contrasts. We should do this. Let's be proactive. The last one's a bit more of a pacifist. So yeah, the contrast in opinions. So my point was that they love each other, and that's not really. But I think deep down, because it was his like dying wish, Magneto would have really fulfilled that. And if it was the other way around, I feel like Professor Xavier would do what Magneto would ask of him if there was a group of people he wanted to look after. I just think so it's just somebody's watching over the X-Men more so than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you put it like that, actually makes sense.
Yeah, so they did love each other secretly, and just tended
It's
to not.
weird not having Xavier in there.
Yeah, when Morph like transformed into him in one of the episodes, I was just thinking, we know the Professor Xavier can't walk, so I was thinking it's not Professor Xavier doing because he's
Yeah.
dead. So but also wanted to say I just want to highlight Morph's powers and using them more frequently. He's turned into some different people in first few episodes, which is so cool. So I'm like, happy that they're utilizing his transformation abilities. And also, I don't know if you knew, but he's non-binary in the show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a non-binary character. So the reason why he's that, like in the 90s, he had that. He looks how he looked in the 90s. This character, like with the white face, is supposed to represent like a non-binary figure.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool they've incorporated that into the new theories or whatever. So, yeah.
Yep. Overall, I think, even though I'm going to watch the third episode again and I'll give it my thoughts and opinions. But I do remember it just being a bit of a drag.
Yeah, it was a drag.
Yeah, but I think
do you remember the end of episode 2 though?
I don't know. Remind me.
So basically, obviously, there's a doorbell ringing. I think it's episode 2 or episode 3. I'm confused now. What's the last thing you remember from episode 2? Hold on, that'll probably help me.
Last thing I remember from episode 2. I actually don't. Gosh, it all blurs into one. Jesus Christ.
Is blurry. I think that it was the doorbell rang, and then Morph opened the door. Does it sound familiar?
No, I think that's episode 3.
Oh my god! Hold on, wait. No, it's good.
Because I don't remember that at all.
Serious? Hold on.
Or maybe I just don't remember. But
what do you remember happening in episode 2? Was that not when they went to Storm lost their powers? Oh my god!
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's when Storm lost her powers and the whole baby thing happened, and Magneto and Rogue got together and blah blah blah. Episode 1 was when the end of episode 1 was when obviously when Magneto turned around when they were playing the sports and then he went to saw Magneto and he said,
that was episode 1. So
that's one.
Even myself as well.
Yeah, that's episode 1. Episode 2 was Storm, and yeah, I don't remember anything of episode 3. So
right, okay. So if I'm gonna spoil it for you. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that happens. Quite exciting. I think there's 4 episodes now. Then, I think. So we have what? So I think you have 2 to catch up on, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, when did it come out? Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm on Wednesdays. Yeah.
There's 4 out.
I don't know how many there are now. I think there's 4.
I think it's just. I think 4 might be 3. Tomorrow.
I'm getting confused.
I'm confused.
I know, we're both confused.
I was so confused.
I don't even know, but yeah. So I'm enjoying like the premise so far, and apparently they're following like storylines from the comics and stuff. So I'm excited to see what they can do with everything forward. In terms of characters, I would like them to introduce. I would like them to introduce Kitty. I really liked her
Yeah,
in the animated animated series. So yes, and I think it's interesting though because they always pick. So like if they have Jubilee and they have Kitty, they always choose one team to focus on in all the series. So the animated series focused more on Jubilee.
yeah.
No, on sorry, Kitty. The original, no, sorry, the original series focused more on Jubilee. I was right. Then the Evolution focused on Kitty, and I feel like I like Kitty's personality a bit more. I think. Than,
I've never really liked Jubilee that much.
yeah, so I'm just like, So yeah, we are at 3 episodes. My bad. So yes, so no, it was the end of episode 2. Yes, so they were talking in the room office, and then the doorbell rang. The wolf opened the door, and then a woman that looks like Jean opened the door, and she fainted in Morph's arms.
Why don't I
No,
remember that?
no, remember this? That
No.
was in episode 2. Yeah. So basically, the storyline is going into there are going to be two Jeans. So when you watch episode
Oh,
3, you'll
okay.
be like, oh yeah, why is it
M-
2?
Maybe I need to rewatch episode 2.
You'll be like, which one's the real one when you see? So yeah,
Right, I might.
it's
What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the end of episode 2 and then I'll go into episode 3. I'll do
yeah, I
that
think that'll
after this,
help
actually.
you. Yeah.
Then we can talk about episode 3 and 4, which would be cool.
Yes. So yeah, what would you give episode 1? Them separately. Yeah, 1 out of 10, I guess.
1 was actually, I did enjoy 1 only because it was like the first time back, seeing everyone back and the stuff, it was cool. And I think the twist of Magneto being the new leader was kind of cool. I liked the end of it. Episode 2 was much better in terms of like action and stuff, I would say. So yeah, episode 1 probably give like a 7 out of 10. And then episode 2 maybe an 8. And then yeah, 3 I don't know. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, episode 1, I'll give it like a 7. Yeah, episode 2, I love episode 2. It was the perfect amount of like drama, action, all the characters involved in some capacity. Yeah, I thought it was really good. So I'll give it like a 9 out of 10, honestly. Yeah, when you get to episode 3, we'll discuss that. But yeah, also.
What I love about X-Men is like it just gets started straight away. There's no like, because even like the Sentinel episode in the first series is like straight away, straight into action. I like stuff. It's just
Boom,
like
yeah,
it's just nice. It's nice because sometimes these cartoons take forever to build up. It's just like we want
exactly.
the action now. The X-Men is supposed to be fighting. So it's like,
Exactly. Why are you not talking? Can you please get to the fighting,
yeah,
to the chase? Yeah. And the episodes are 30 minutes long, which I appreciate. The ones in the 90s were like 20. So I think because it's obviously online, you don't have like the whole ad thing with like TV, they would give 10 minutes for breaks.
hmm
10 minutes, 20 minutes. So I would have like a full 30 minutes. So like, it's literally 10 minutes of content, which is great. So I love it, man.
yes. So
Yeah.
yes, that brings us to the end of the things we've watched. Are we going to record another one for like episode 3 and 4? Or
Yeah,
do
I
you
think we
want to?
should wait till the 4 comes out, then we do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
we'll
do
wait.
it
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know if there's anything else coming up that we're gonna watch, but if something does, we'll do another review. I don't think anything's coming in cinema or anything. I don't know.
Not
Not that I really watch anyway. So yes, so these things we watch things will be a bit more sporadic than our usual episodes, but we thought we give you more content and bring something different. And we do talk about other things other than music, so you know. So it's nice to like talk about something else, the entertainment
something
industry.
different. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, guys, just make sure you like and comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you want us to talk about any show in particular that you're watching, let us know. You can email us at theratedpodcast1@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram at theratedpodcast. And I'm at Olivade.
And I'm at RCNN.
Yes, and keep supporting us, guys. Our views and stuff has been going up and up and up, and ever since we went on YouTube, actually. So I don't know why we didn't do that from before.
Actually, like, yes. We're so behind. Oh my god.
But it's actually really nice to see like people watching and like liking our content and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, we will speak at you next time.
Thank you, guys.
See you later. Peace.